This is the video for my synaesthesia game. As you can see, this is the start page. I opted to choose imagine when you see or imagine colours when you hear words. I opted for days of the week. I added a click to play button, and this shows the initial screen that you get after you do that, which tells you the level, how you play. I didn't include any actual mechanics in this point aside from moving and jumping, because it'd be unfair to throw the player into falling and having to do platforms this early. Now, first one, Monday, I opted for colour red as it fit the theme, and it was the most common colour I found in my research. And of course, the fall mechanic, there is an error with the jumping code where sometimes the player doesn't jump at all when you press it, so you need to press the spacebar multiple times in order to get the jump, and sometimes the player jumps multiple times off one click as well. I'm not too sure what the reason is, but I tried to fix it and had no luck, unfortunately. I included that mechanic, the spike mechanic, there because I felt I made this platform too long. So I threw that in. I don't include any more in that point. Tuesday was green. I included the days of the week above the player's head so they knew. So they had some progression and some link between the colours and the words. This level is more of a falling platform level, as I felt it hid, for lack of a better word, the error in the jump mechanic, as you don't really need it all that much. Again, Wednesday, this was an error with the canvas, unfortunately. I'm not quite sure what the error was. I did try to fix it numerous times, but every time I did attempt a fix, I seemed to run into more errors. So I chose to leave the name Wednesday where it was. Again, I included a relatively long falling section to try and hide the error in the mechanic. Of course, with it being just a simple prototype platformer, I probably could have found new code to fix this error, but when I did try to find a fix to it, I seemed to run into more issues, so I just opted to try and keep it as it was. Again, Thursday, the colour for that was yellow. I did have a bright yellow, but it was too overpowering, so I opted for a more muted mustard yellow green colour. This level was initially very difficult and almost impossible to do. So due to the distance, it required a lot on jumping high, which due to the, again, error, the aforementioned error with the jump, I opted to rearrange it to a more downwards direction level as it fixes the issue. This is Friday pink. I think I made the colour for Friday a bit too vibrant, as it can hurt the eyes, I feel. With Wednesday, I did run into an error with the Friday text, so it ended up becoming following text, but luckily it is just possible to make it out. Again, the jump error. I think due to the bold colours and the simplicity of the game, it does get and the fact that I did preface it with the entrance, and then each level is named, and that the level for the day that it's named follows the player around. I have a feeling it would help a younger audience, as the brief said, for 8-year-olds, get a better grasp on how the synaesthesia works, or at least a better understanding of synaesthesia. Again, an error that seems to have occurred there is a sprite has disappeared. There should have been a door on that sprite, but it seems to have gone. I did try to fix that, but unfortunately, it doesn't seem to be an error with the code. I am not 100% certain on what that error is, unfortunately. Um, it, it might have be due to a similar error with the canvas and the text errors I have. I mean, most of the others seem to work perfectly fine. I'm not sure quite what that is. Again, this is Sunday, but again, the text is completely gone. I did fix that numerous times, but every time I reloaded it, the words, the date had disappeared. So I've ended up leaving it as that. But I have a feeling that with the day progression that has been listed on every other day, the player would be able to get the gist on this is Sunday. I hope, anyway. Again, it's a more reddish, orangey colour, which, again, it was a common colour for the day. Again, I used use of the making it downwards and staggering downwards to, again, try to camouflage the error in the jump mechanic. Of course, I did include sections where the player does have to travel. I have a feeling that I should have made a checkpoint system due to that error, because I have this level, with it being the last level, I made it somewhat long, and obviously starting from the beginning of the level every time you fall with an error in the game is, I'd say, in my view, unfair at this point, because it's not the player's fault, it is the code's fault, the mechanic's fault. But again, the game is somewhat enjoyable. It's a simplistic prototype, as I said. But again, I feel it best showcases a simple design that can be further developed on, that can clearly communicate a form of synaesthesia and allow a younger audience to understand the condition. And like I said, with the error again, like just showcased a few seconds ago, I got incredibly close to the end. The character didn't jump because it requires multiple presses sometimes, and as a result, I'm having to start from the beginning again. Again, see the jump error. I'm not quite sure what's causing it. I really need to actually go in and fix that, but again, I have a feeling that fixing it would mean replacing the entire player behavior code, and while I have tried doing that, it did end up interfering with the rest of the code that I was using. So I had to revert back to this code that I implemented. But again, this code seems to have a flaw. I'm not sure if it's to do with the radius of the ground check or something along those lines, or if it's to do with the box colliders that are applied to the player and the level sprites. There we are. And this is end area, so congratulations, I made it seem more pleasing. And if they then they have a choice to return to level 1, and of course they know if they press escape they end and they're Monday again. And that is all.